has it been a week. So not only did my AC go, but now I have a nice flat tire. So let's go ahead and get this thing jacked up and hopefully get a new tire today. So I'm not exactly sure what got in my tire, but it definitely did the trick. So let's go ahead and get this loaded up with my new tire and get on the way. I don't think it can get any hotter here in Florida. It's 94 degrees out, but it feels like 194. So let's go ahead and get these wheels and tires over to my buddy's shop and get my wheel replaced so I can finally drive. All right, so I'm at my buddy's tire shop, and this little thing right here that caused my flat tire was actually, where can I, hopefully I can see it from here, was a huge wood chip. I'm not sure if you can see it. A huge wood chip that just penetrated the whole entire sidewall. So luckily he went ahead and mounted it up over there, and we are good to go. So we made a little pit stop here to see my buddy Akeem's Mark IV Supra. It was pretty clean. It's got the roof rack. You might know him from the video. Is that a Supra?
A Supra?
Holy God, is a Supra in the back?
Dude, is this a Supra?
Wow! Is that a Supra?
Dude, is it a Supra?
Is that a Supra?
Dude, is this a freaking Supra?
So there might have been a reason why I did show you that Mark IV Supra. Let's take a little road trip. So behind the velvet ropes is the 2020 Supra. This is the launch edition. So that was an interesting experience over at Al Hendrickson there. So they had it all roped off for the 2020 Supra, which is understandable, but the markup was $40,000, which means the car's MSRP is only about $57,000. So mark that up, $40,000, and you're at $98,000 for a Toyota Supra. I think that's insane. I definitely wish they had better customer service over there. Not to knock anybody, but definitely were not the nicest people over there. So let's go ahead and head back home and get this tire on my car. everything's tightened up, and I finally have a brand new tire. And let me kind of show you what was going on with the EVAC, so the air conditioning essentially. So what Subaru went ahead and did was this little nozzle right here comes off, and this is to the EVAC system, which controls the air conditioning and how cold it is and if it needs to be recharged. So they basically went ahead and took that off. They hooked up their own system to it, and they recharged it with Freon, just like you would with regular air conditioning. Once they did that, they went ahead and put a certain dye in it, and this dye is gonna say whether or not that system has a leak. So if it does have a leak, then I'm gonna have to bring it back and the air will start getting warmer over time. But if it doesn't have a leak, that's good, and that's what we wanna hear. So hopefully everything is fixed up with that, and my air conditioning will be good, my tire's good, and hopefully this week will get a little bit better. Being back in my car is such a good sight, except for the 92 degrees. But if you hear that, that is my air suspension. And let's go ahead and get this tire pressure sensor off. Basically what that is since the old one kind of tripped the computer out, we have to go ahead and drive on the new one for about maybe a mile or so, just so the light right there goes off. All right, awesome. So now that the tire pressure light is off, we can actually go ahead and have some fun. For those of you asking, yes, that was a fun little pull in Mexico. So let's go ahead and get something to eat. So don't get me wrong, Toyota was super nice to let me come in and let me film. However, the way they handled things were a little bit off. So I talked to the manager, and the manager pretty much said, I really don't care what you do. Don't sit in it, don't go near it, you can look from a distance. And that kind of struck me the wrong way. And I understand dealers are, cautious with new cars, especially something like this. But I definitely think it could have been handled a way different way, definitely more professional as well. As far as the markup goes, I definitely know that dealerships are able to mark up however they want, but I think marking up pretty much 95 up to 100% of the price is really steep. So that was the launch edition in black, and it had the red mirror caps. It was fully loaded just like all the other launch editions. And it was a $58,000 car to round up, and they marked it up $40,000. So if they sell that, I'll be super surprised. But other than that, I don't think it'll be gone anytime soon. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will catch you next time. Peace.